Welcome to Episode 1 of Module 2, AWS Foundations. We're going to demystify EC2, which allows you to rent a fully functional computer in the cloud, accessible 24/7 from anywhere in the world, for less than the cost of a cup of coffee a month. This program is Module 2, Episode 1 of the Understanding AWS and Cloud Services course, brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team. This video is part of our 6-module AWS for Business Builders curriculum, designed to take you from a beginner to an intermediate level. We cover everything from cloud fundamentals to advanced topics like AI and automation, preparing you for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner and Solutions Architect exams. EC2, or Elastic Compute Cloud, is the backbone of AWS. It's the foundational service for hosting websites, running applications, and scheduling back-end tasks. If you need to run anything in the cloud, EC2 is where you start. By the end of this video, you will fully understand what a virtual server is, how to launch and configure one safely, and, most importantly, how to turn it off without data loss. We will cover the core concepts and provide a step-by-step walkthrough. A virtual server is like renting a desk in a shared office building. You get your own computer and space, while someone else handles the building maintenance, electricity, and hardware. With EC2, you pay only for what you use, can scale up or down anytime, and have no upfront investment. The Elastic in EC2 is its superpower, providing flexibility that traditional servers lack. You can scale up instantly during traffic spikes or scale down during slow seasons. Plus, EC2 charges are calculated per second, so you only pay while your instance is actually running. Chapter 1 focuses on instance types. We will decode the letters and numbers in instance names to help you choose the right virtual server for your needs. EC2 instance names like T3.micro tell you 3 things. The letter indicates the family, such as T, for burstable general purpose. The number is the generation. The size, like micro, indicates the power. Always choose the latest generation and start small, as you can easily resize later. For most small businesses, you'll use one of these 3 sizes. We recommend starting with T3.micro. It is free for 12 months under the AWS free tier and is perfect for learning in small experiments. The T family instances are burstable, meaning they earn CPU credits when idle and spend them during activity bursts. This is like a savings account for computing power. This feature ensures quick loading during traffic spikes and is ideal for most small business workloads. Chapter 2 covers the 4 key components of every EC2 instance. Understanding these building blocks is essential for launching confidently. When launching an EC2 instance, you configure 4 core components: AMI, instance type, security group, and key pair. Think of these as the operating system, hardware, firewall, and password for your virtual computer. The AMI, or Amazon Machine Image, is your operating system. For beginners, Amazon Linux 2023 is recommended. Ubuntu is a popular Linux option. Windows Server is available for specific needs, but costs more due to licensing fees. The security group is your virtual firewall. It controls incoming and outgoing traffic through ports. Port 22 for SSH should be limited to your IP only. Ports 80 for HTTP and 443 for HTTPS are needed for public websites. The golden rule is to only open ports you actually need. The key pair provides your login credentials. Instead of a password, you use a private key file, a .pem file, to connect to your server. A WS holds the public key. Download your private key immediately and store it securely. You can only download it once. Chapter 3 is a hands-on demonstration, walking you step by step through the AWS console, from zero to launching a running cloud computer. Launching an EC2 instance is straightforward and takes about 5 minutes once you know the steps. We'll show you exactly what to do and what each decision means along the way. The process involves 6 main steps. First, open the EC2 console and click Launch Instance, giving it a memorable name. Select the Amazon Linux 2023 AMI and the T3.micro instance type. Next, create a key pair, download the .pem file, and save it safely. Configure your security group to allow SSH from your IP. Finally, click Launch Instance. Your server should be running within 60 seconds. The EC2 dashboard provides a real-time view of your server status. Important fields include instance state, instance ID, public IPv4 address, and security groups, which show your firewall rules. Chapter 4 covers connecting to your server using SSH and explains why many small business owners won't need to use it often. SSH allows you to remotely control your server via a terminal. You use your key file and public IP address to establish a secure connection. For many tasks, especially web hosting, you might never need to use SSH directly. AWS offers EC2 Instance Connect, a browser-based terminal built right into the console. It requires no key file or external software, making it a great option for quick checks and beginners. Traditional SSH, requiring a terminal app and key file, is more powerful for complex developer workflows. Instance Connect is ideal for basic operations and quick access from any browser. Chapter 5 addresses the critical difference between stopping and terminating an EC2 instance, the most common expensive mistake beginners make. Stopping an instance is safe, like putting your computer to sleep. Your data is saved, and you stop paying for compute time. Terminating is permanent. It deletes the instance and all its storage forever. Always choose stop unless you are certain you are finished. When running, you pay for compute, storage, and a free public IP. When stopped, you pay $0 for compute, but you still pay a small fee for storage, roughly 80 cents a month for the default 8 GB disk. Chapter 6 focuses on EC2 costs and pricing, ensuring you can keep your bill predictable. EC2 costs are very manageable. The T3.micro instance is free for the first year. After the free tier, it costs around $8 per month to run continuously. Storage costs about 8 cents per gigabyte monthly. You have 3 ways to pay. On Demand offers maximum flexibility, paying per second. Reserved instances offer up to 75% savings for a 1 to 3 year commitment. Spot instances are highly discounted but can be interrupted. To avoid bill shock, set up a billing alert immediately. Navigate to the AWS billing console, create a budget, and set a threshold, such as $10 a month. AWS will email you if you exceed this limit. EC2 isn't just for tech companies. Small businesses run real workloads on it, often for less than $30 a month. We see several common use cases that deliver significant savings and control. One common use case is WordPress hosting on a T3.small, offering full control and eliminating monthly hosting fees. Another is running an e-commerce backend on a T3.medium, allowing you to scale up during sales. Finally, EC2 is perfect for scheduled automation, running short-term jobs like nightly reports for fractions of a cent. An underrated use case is using EC2 as a shared development environment. Instead of team members configuring their own laptops, everyone connects to the same cloud server. This provides a consistent setup and is highly secure. This centralized approach ensures a consistent setup, eliminating configuration conflicts. It's also secure and centralized, as code lives on the server, not individual laptops. Best of all, it's cost-effective. One shared server costs less than $30 a month for the whole team. Now let's move into Chapter 8, Console Walkthrough. We will perform the full demo, launching, configuring, and confirming your first running EC2 instance. Here's a summary of the full demo walkthrough. Feel free to follow along in your own AWS console. Everything shown here uses the free tier, so you can practice at no cost. The walkthrough involves 6 key steps. First, name your instance in the EC2 console. Second, choose AMI and type, selecting Amazon Linux 2023 and T3.micro. Third, create a key pair, downloading and saving the .pem file immediately. Fourth, configure the security group to allow SSH from your IP. Fifth, launch and confirm the instance, waiting for the running status. Finally, practice stop and start, noting how the IP address changes, and locate the terminate button to understand where it is. A critical callout in the console is the difference between stop and terminate, both found under instance state. Terminate is directly below stop, which is why beginners make this costly mistake. To stop, you right-click the instance, hover over Instance State, and click Stop Instance. The status changes to Stopped. Terminate deletes the root volume and has no undo. When in doubt, always stop, don't terminate. We are now moving into Chapter 9, where we review all the key concepts covered today in one clean summary. Here is the complete picture of what you learned today, laying the foundation for all your future work with EC2. EC2 is like renting a fully equipped workspace. You decide the hardware, operating system, and security. AWS handles the building, power, and security. You get the benefits of owning a server without the headaches.